never really had no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Don't go. 280. Lion.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Porky, 82 Porky. Black, come on. 58, right over there. Yeah. Dre 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, is his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
Good chip. Wrap.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ram.
This is Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Drain 15. Drain 15.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Thomas Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wentz. Ertz has it left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation, already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's got his target. That's more. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
From the 50, Newton. And some room to roam now. The 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Pick up, Phelps. Right over there. Yeah. White 33.
On first down, it's Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. 20, and he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Aguilar has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
On the ball.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's Newton now on second down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go, fellas.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go, fellas.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Sunday.
Now a play fake. Wentz going long here for Wallace. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Gets past one man. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. To throw on second down is Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On first and 10, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To the air again, Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
As we got closer to the draft, many people thought that DJ Moore out of Maryland was ahead of Calvin Ridley of Alabama as the #1 receiver in the draft, and he did come off the board first to the Carolina Panthers. Partly his ability to go up and take the ball away from defensive backs using strength and great leaping ability.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
20.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Panthers on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We're good, we're good. 82.
Now Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace.
Hang in there now.
Here's Ajayi. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Shaq Thompson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw, it's Wentz. And the short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. They run with Ajayi. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ram. Sunday. I'm bringing it to you.
On second down, here's Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Wentz going to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Ajayi. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Sunday. Run.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Newton. And Shep under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run again with a jive. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Stop made there by Julius Peppers. Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Newton. Funchess with a catch over the middle. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Sunday.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lion. Lefty. Grab. 81. Great 15.
Now Wentz, got to have this one. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Come on now. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now wins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Newton's going to throw it. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Newton to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were